Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Trade Stream. I am your host, Pop Culture Mechanic. You can call me Pop for short. And this stream is a little different than some of the other ones you probably watch. I don't really talk much about the pop culture in general in this stream. This is more of a skilled trades from an industrial point of view. So yeah, sit back, relax, and let's learn something today about the skilled trades. For those of you that are new here, what I usually do is check out the news of the week. That way I can see what is going on out there in industry. That's important. That's how you can tell whether you're having a good economy or not. Are they building more factories or are they closing them down? Look at the industrial news to see whether things are going well. And for that, I look at Plant Magazine. There it is. And I see a couple of news articles that catch my eye. Try this one here. Canada mulls Chinese EV tariff following U.S. move, but is not committing to it. Let's have a look here. Is this something we need to get angry about? Canada is looking at the massive new U.S. import tariffs on Chinese-made electric vehicles imposed by President Joe Biden earlier this month, but is not making any commitment to following suit north of the border. Oh, hey, it's DJ Ronnie G. What's up, DJ? You need to look up the definition of mull. Yeah. Chinese brands are not a major player in Canada's EV market at the moment, but imports from China have exploded in the last year as Tesla switched from U.S. factories to its Canadian sales to its end manufacturing plants in Shanghai. And the Canadian Vehicle Manufacturers Association says Chinese EV makers have already made a big inroads in Europe and are looking to North America next. That potentially is on the horizon, said CVMA President Brian Kingston in an interview with the Canadian press. Yes, mull, think about, a fact proposal or request, deeply and at length. Very good, DJ. There we go. We learned something today. What does mull mean? Personally, I don't think, I think they should put a, tariff on Chinese-built EVs. I've been watching some videos on YouTube, and I see that Chinese-made ones start on fire. And I would not buy one even if you gave it to me for free. I don't buy garbage. Don't encourage them. Just ignore. Who cares how cheap it is? It's not worth your life or your means of transportation. For example, when shopping for a microphone, David Glenn began to mull over the options. Yes. Very well used in a sentence, DJ. We'll continue here. He isn't advocating for Canada to match the tariff specifically, noting the risk of Chinese retaliation, but when he said Canada can't get too out of step with the U.S. We always have to align our policy. Joe Biden moved May 14th to quadruple the U.S. import tariff on Chinese-made EVs to 100%. He cited unfair subsidies from the Chinese government to Chinese EV makers. That's true because any business has to be affiliated with the Chinese government. It's the rules over there. It's the law. You can't have a business that is not affiliated with the Chinese government. He is also hiking tariffs on a lengthy list of other Chinese products, including solar cells, computer chips, medical equipment, and lithium-ion batteries. Canada currently imposes a 6% tariff on Chinese-made vehicles, but the cars do qualify for up to $5,000 in federal rebates for EV purchases. Prime Minister Scumbag, Trudeau, Industry Minister François-Philippe Champagne, and Trade Minister Mary Ng have all nudged open the door to the notion of tariffs since the U.S. made its move, but none of them committed to following suit. We're watching very closely what the Americans are doing, Trudeau said in Philadelphia on May 21st, shortly after he met with Vice President Kamala Harris on the sidelines of the Service Employees International Union Convention. Economic ties and supply chains formed a key part of that conversation, according to Trudeau's staff. Canada and the U.S. have been aligning their EV industries in recent years, including critical minerals, batteries, and EV manufacturing itself. And Canada has massively invested in the EV industry, with $30 billion laid out in just the last 2 years for EV battery and vehicle manufacturing sites for Stellantis, Volkswagen, and Honda. The effort is, in large part, an attempt to keep China from making a dent in North American storied auto industry. The sector accounts for almost 5% of the U.S. economy and more than 2% in Canada. Nearly 10 million Americans and 500,000 Canadians are employed directly or indirectly in the auto industry. Going forward, EVs are forming an ever-growing part of that sector, with Canada mandating 1/5 of its sales must be EVs by 2026, 3/5 by 2030, and 100% by 2035. Yeah, good luck, numbskull. There's no way you're going to have 100% by 2035. Don't force it on people. Make it voluntary. If people want to drive an EV, go right ahead. I don't care. We don't have the infrastructure to even charge all these up. Never mind having nothing but EVs by 2035. So this is just pie in the sky dreams from some numbskull in government. Fully electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles accounted for almost 11% of total vehicle registrations in Canada in 2023, up from 8%. So that's it. It rose by 3% in a year. So it's not rocketing off anywhere. I'm thinking that it's going to be slow, but I'm warning you guys, don't. Warning the government, don't force people. The U.S. wants about 1/3 of its new vehicle sales to be electric by 2032, but Canada hasn't mandated it. Kingston said currently Canada's industrial policy is out of line with the U.S. in a number of fronts, including the EV sales mandate, which he wants to see end. But he said Canada's industrial strategy at the moment is of no concern for where the EVs are made. That's a problem, said Kingston. While Chinese car companies aren't selling in North America currently, the cheaper price of comparable EVs has seen market share in Europe jump substantially. Yeah, until these things start catching on fire, they are not made well in China. I'll tell you right now. They are garbage. Don't buy them. Don't reward failure. A Chinese MG4 EV in Germany starts at about 42,000 Canadian, compared with similar Volkswagen EV, which starts almost at 60,000. Chinese car brands accounted for 4% of the EV market share in Europe in 2022, up from less than 0.5% in 2019. An analysis by the European advocacy group Transport and Environment suggests it will reach 11% market share in Europe this year and 20% by 2027. They're just guessing. Last October, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen launched an investigation of Chinese EV subsidies with a view of enacting import tariffs. Fair competition is good, von der Leyen said in March. What we don't like is when China floods our market with massively subsidized electric cars, and we have to tackle this. We have to protect our industry. Kingston said Canada should consider its own anti-dumping investigation of China's EV subsidy practices ahead of the arrival of Chinese EVs in the Canadian market. Why do an investigation? It was done for you already by another country. Don't waste our money. You've got to be stupid not to know that they're subsidizing their EV industry. So just slap the tariff on. Who cares? Canada doesn't need to match the U.S. tariffs immediately, but should prepare to do so if things change. We absolutely need to be ready for a surge in Chinese EVs. We should make sure we have the lever to pull in the event that we have to increase tariffs. Prior to 2023, Chinese-made electric vehicles accounted for a very small portion of Canada's market, with 84 million in imports from China marked for 2022, or 1.2% of total value of all electric vehicle imports. Godzilla, yeah, you like the title, eh? Unexpected shutdowns. You got her. We'll get to that after a little bit of the news here. In 2023, however, as Tesla shifted its vehicles produced for Canada from California to China, that jumped to 2.2 billion. Tesla accounts for almost 1/3 of the Canadian EV market share currently. That put China second, behind only the US at 2.8 billion in imports. Tesla made the change because it needed to revert most of its American sales to its US factories to ensure they qualified for a lucrative tax credit that is only available to EVs manufactured in North America. So why don't we do the same thing here? Stop letting them build Chinese garbage. Make sure it's in the US instead, and then we'll buy it here. God, it's just maddening. You just saw the video from PBD on this topic today. Chinese EVs are 1/3 or 1/4 price of American EVs. Yeah, I know they're cheap. I've also been watching videos on YouTube of these things like sparking and starting on fire and just not working. So I don't want to bring those here. People are just, don't be enticed by the cheap price, because you'll pay for it in the long run. It's not going to be worth it. Okay, so that's EVs and then tariffs. What I say is, yes, tariff the crap out of China. Don't let them dump their cheap EVs here. It's not going to be good for us. This one, Ottawa and Quebec commit $100 million for semiconductor capacity in Bromont, Quebec. Federal and Quebec governments are spending close to $100 million to boost the country's manufacturing capacity for semiconductors, which are vital technologies ranging from artificial intelligence to quantum computing. Good. Yeah, boost it. Make it so that more semiconductors are built here. I think that's a good idea. Build them in the West. United States, Canada, make our own semiconductors. At a news conference Friday in Bromont, Quebec, Prime Minister Trudeau, announced that Ottawa will invest $59 million to help fund IBM Canada's semiconductor packaging facility in the town about 70 kilometers southeast of Montreal. The investment will also go toward the Bromont-based Micro Innovation Collaborative Center, a research group that tries to speed up the commercialization of components in digital technologies. The world, Trudeau said, is looking for dependable sources of products that spur economic growth. And he said semiconductors are one of the many products Canada can be trusted to deliver. As we are in terms of energy, quantum computing, robotics, these are things that the world is increasingly looking for, he said. Reliable, strong, responsible partners like Canada be at the heart of it. The problem with tariffs is that the U.S. has outsourced way too much critical manufacturing to China, including antibiotics. Yeah, Godzillionaire, I hear you, man. That outsourcing got way out of control. Just crazy at how much of it is done there. Offshoring and all that. If there was a way, they should try to bring it back as much as they can. I'd hope. But they like their slave labor and not paying a lot for a fair day's work. Quebec, for its part, is offering IBM Canada $38.9 million in loans to help the company buy equipment, increase capacity at its Bromont plant, and create a new generation of switches. Provincial Economy Minister Pierre Fitzgibbon told the news conference that within the funding envelope is a $32 million forgivable loan. So that means they can spend it and not pay it back. Forgivable. It's in quotes too. See? Forgivable. So it's just pretty much, here's some money, spend it, and it's okay, you don't need to pay it back. Disgusting. It's for new equipment to package semiconductor circuitry, but he didn't give details about the loan conditions. Of course he didn't. He's not going to tell you what the loan conditions are. Probably doesn't even know it himself. Another $7 million loan, he said, will help automate a packaging assembly line for switches destined for the entire telecommunications industry. Yeah, Godzilla, forgivable loan equals bribe/gift. Yeah, that's exactly it. A news release from the federal government says the funding from both levels of government will help create 280 jobs in the region. IBM Canada says its plant in Bromont is one of the continent's largest chip assembly and testing facilities that the money will solidify Canada's place in the supply chain for advanced packaging of semiconductors. Beaumont plant, IBM says, transforms advanced semiconductor components into state-of-the-art microelectric solutions and works closely with the company's complex in Albany, New York. The agreements announced on Friday will help to further establish a corridor of semiconductor innovation from New York to Beaumont. Okay, good. Good. More semiconductors built in the West here. During the C-19er, the unforgivable loans in the U.S. had some conditions and obstacles for small businesses. Oh, yeah, I got you. C-19. Yeah, I got you, DJ. Corporations with large legal departments were more successful with the forgivable loan scheme. Is exactly what it was, too. It was a big scheme. The one that's here is Garaga Inc. acquires of Novatech Group. I don't know what that's about, but I'll have a quick peek here. Okay, so it's just a garage door manufacturer acquiring a manufacturer of entry doors, glass doors, and patio doors. No big deal. Garaga sounds like a Final Fantasy monster. Yeah. Garaga. Yeah, okay, we don't have to go over that one. So that's it for the news then. Those two stories are what really piqued my interest. I was looking around for, some good news. There's actually good news. And it's from Forbes, surprisingly. I don't know how much stock I should put in Forbes. I don't know what you guys' opinion of Forbes is. Are they any good? Business magazine or business paper, aren't they? Magazine. But the what I found was why skilled trades workers report high job satisfaction. I think this will be. Let's hope this is a good one. Let's hope they put some thought into this. With the continuing escalation of costs for higher learning and recent concerns about the protests on college campuses, some parents and young adults are starting to rethink an expensive 4-year university degree. With the current labor shortage, there have been an emerging movement specifically for Gen Zs to pursue a career path in the skilled trades. To learn more about this field, I spoke with Angie Hicks, the co-founder of Angie, the formerly known as Angie's List, an online resource for finding local service providers. Hicks co-founded Angie's List in 1995 after her boss William Osterley asked her to procure a reliable construction contractor in Columbus, Ohio. When they had difficulties finding the right tradesperson, the duo came up with the concept of a two-sided marketplace for consumers and tradespeople to connect on projects. During the telephone interview, Hicks indicated that she is bullish on the trades, as professionals can enter the workforce and start earning much sooner while avoiding substantial student debt. Jobs in the trades are well-paying and offer growth, solid benefits, and pensions through unions and the opportunity to become an entrepreneur and your own boss. So far, so good. She's not saying anything that's not true. Forbes aren't the worst. Okay, that's good to know, DJ. With a trade skill, you can pursue a career directly aligned with what you are good at and passionate about. This avoids having to settle for jobs outside your field of study after completing an expensive 4-year degree. Moreover, a new study from Angie on Tuesday shows an uptick in job satisfaction for skilled trades workers since the pandemic. The Skilled Trades in America report also explores the impact of artificial intelligence, the labor shortage, and solutions to attract new talent to the trades. These are highly satisfying and secure jobs, critical to America's infrastructure and economy, Hicks said in a statement. More people are starting to recognize this, but we need to continue to educate new job seekers about the incredible potential a career in the skilled trades holds. The skilled trades in America. Nearly 90% of skilled tradespeople like plumbers, electricians, and general contractors report being highly satisfied with their careers. Respondents attributed their high job satisfaction to finding meaning and value in their work, their overall compensation, and having flexibility in their schedules. Yeah, sounds about right. I've got nothing to argue with that yet. While workers in other industries fear becoming obsolete due to advancement of AI, the report highlights that skilled tradespeople perceive AI-resistant career options and paths within their field. I agree with that too. There's no way an AI is going to come along and take my job from me. Okay, yeah, go ahead, AI. Go out there and you diagnose that pump. You fill that compressor with oil. You go over there and check on hoses and make sure they're not going to burst. Not happen. About 65% of workers surveyed believe their trades jobs are safe from the threat of AI, while only 11% are concerned about AI replacing them in the workforce. The trades industry is already facing a significant labor shortage, with 40% of employers reporting they could not find new hires to fill vacant positions. 66% indicated that they could scale their business if only they could hire more workers. To entice workers, business owners said they have boosted health insurance benefits in addition to offering wage hikes and flexible work schedules. Younger tradespeople between the ages of 25 and 44 are more optimistic about the future of the labor shortage compared to older workers. According to the report, however, they feel stigmas around trade roles are preventing more young people from entering these fields, as well as a lack of exposure to trade career paths in high school across the U.S. That's the thing. I mean, get the exposure more to the younger high schoolers, show them what's out there. But I'm sure, and you can disagree or I'm just sort of thinking a different way, that maybe universities and colleges are telling high schools, no, tell them to come here. Maybe a little backroom dealing, a little bit of money changing hands. Hey, you better tell your kids to come to Harvard, or you better tell your kids to come to 4-year college. Tell them they need a degree to get anywhere. So I could see that going on. It's a shame, but it might happen out there. To address the shortage, 65% of respondents said increased investment in high school trade prep programs would help, while 54% expressed the desire for more funding for trade schools. Both good ideas. To attract more talent to the trades, ANGI has launched the ANGI Trade Up Initiatives program, which includes scholarships for trade school students, connecting job seekers with professionals on its platform, and an awareness campaign highlighting the benefits of trade careers. Through our ANGI Trade Up initiatives, we're working to bridge the gap and ensure a strong future in the skilled trades industry. Hicks stated, "We don't want to be a country that has homes but no plumbers, yards but no landscapers. Behind every home in America is a team of people taking care of it, from the HVAC tech to the general contractor." Godzilla, you notice that you haven't seen any protests outside of trade schools? Yeah. That's because they are grounded in reality. They're just like, oh, okay, I got to get my education and learn my skill. Not get their heads screwed around differently and pollute it with a bunch of nonsense. The benefits of a career in the trades. A higher demand for tradespeople means bigger opportunities for anyone looking to join the trades. The benefits include, according to Agni Research, autonomy. 50% of skilled tradespeople are their own bosses through entrepreneurship. Decreased debt. Tradespeople who forego a bachelor's degree enter the workforce with a $26,000 less debt on average. Or no debt. I entered the trades without any school debt or anything like that. Higher earning potential. Plumbers, electricians, and general contractors are on average 22%, 29%, and 53% more than U.S. workers across sectors. And job security. Jobs in skilled trades are future-proof, as AI will not be doing home repairs anytime soon. Not a bad article. Not a bad article at all. When your friend and you wanted to go to vocational high school, both of your boomer parents were like, "But it's a vocational school." And you didn't even know him back then. Yeah. It's the stigma we all put up with. Well, that was a good article. Nice to see that they report better or higher job satisfaction. Your colleging ended up working out all right in the end, but your tradesman dad pushed you towards college because he thought it was better. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know what? I got pushed as well, Godzillionaire. My dad wasn't a college guy or a tradesman. But he wanted me to do something after high school, so I just had to pick something, and I did. So I think he was happy about that. All right, on to the next one. This is Nate plans. Nate stands for Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. Plans expansion for more trades apprentice training as registrations jump. Program Dean says apprenticeship registrations up 28% compared to last year. That's good. Edmonton's Polytechnic is working on an expansion that will help the school add thousands more apprenticeship training seats. But as pressure ramps up to get more skilled trades workers on the job, the new facilities are still years away from completion. Oh, that's not good. Nate is getting $43 million from the provincial government for planning work on its new Advanced Skills Center, which will house lab and workshop space for trades programs. School officials estimate it will accommodate an additional 4,200 students every year, boosting the current ranks of apprentices by about a third. The hope is to start construction next year and open the new building in 2029, but a detailed design and the capital funding to build it is still to come. Nate's School of Skilled Trades Dean Matthew Lindberg said Monday that the project will make it possible to move students out of older facilities at its satellite campuses and into the main campus in central Edmonton. It's a complex project because it isn't about classroom space. The new building has to accommodate hands-on learning in a variety of disciplines. The main focus is bringing construction trades programs into the new building, given the sector's ongoing labor shortage. Lindberg said the school also wants to include apprenticeship programs related to transportation, energy, and manufacturing, as they play an important role in repairing and maintaining aging infrastructure. We're 28% higher with apprenticeship registrations than we were last year, and that's exponential growth because last year we were about 12% higher than the previous year. The Nate is late. Yes. Yeah, they are late keeping up with things. Trades in high demand. Advanced Education Minister Rajan Sawhney told CBC News that boosting training to tackle Alberta's labor shortage is her top priority. She wants to see significant numbers of skilled trades workers finishing their programs and entering the workforce by 2026. So 2 years. I guess we'll see what happens. What we're hearing from industry across the board, whether it's construction, manufacturing, energy, transportation, this is the limiting factor. They just can't find enough qualified people, and particularly in the trades, she said. I've been told that we need to double what we have right now in terms of number of tradespeople who work in Alberta. With recent announcements of large industrial projects like Dow's $8.9 billion Path to Zero facility, Nate's welding and pipe trades programs have been especially in high demand. He added, it's clear more people are seeing new opportunities in trades, and now it's a matter of keeping up. We're excited to be able to grow those programs, and one of those challenges that we encounter is trying to find great instructors who want to deliver education into our program. It's a competitive market when it comes to recruiting people. Well, you better get them trained up because I'm not going to be around, in about 15 years. I'm planning to retire, so you better get them trained up so I can train them to take over for me. All right. So, yeah, unexpected shutdown. So, I'll tell you the story here. So, last weekend, no problem. Just doing my weekend things I need to do. And Monday, I arrive at work, and it's quiet. It's quiet, and I didn't realize how quiet it was right away. It's funny to think any of us will get to retire. I am being optimistic, Godzillionaire. I'm trying, man. Sure, I could work another 20, I guess. I think they force you to retire at 71. Maybe. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. But it was quiet when I arrived at work on Monday morning, and I walked in, and I get told yeah, the plant shut down. And I'm like, oh no, was it something I was responsible for? Could it have been prevented? But no, it wasn't anything that maintenance could have prevented. It's the fact that the pipes that pump the sulfur, the molten sulfur and such, they were clogged. So they get clogged with the debris from the sulfur, coke, any of that stuff clogs the pipes, and then it makes it so that we can't put any of our material through to get processed. Things get hot, things start backing up, and it turns into real bad real quick. So the guys had to shut the plant down, cool it down, purge it. So we had to purge with natural gas. Then after natural gas, purge with nitrogen until all the LELs and the hydrogen sulfide is taken out of there, or very low levels. And then we have to do what's called pigging. And some of you might know what pigging is, and some of you might not know what pigging is. So I'm going to show you what pigging is all about. You guys know what's going on. Just go right here. And pigging is how you clean the pipes. There's those damn engineers. You betcha, Godzillionaire.
It's important to correctly size the pig to the inside diameter.
So this is what a pig looks like, or one of the types that are out there. See, it's getting pushed by either compressed air or compressed fluid like water.
Allow you to achieve your pigging objectives.
Pushes through the pipe and cleans out all the debris in the pipe. Should be a better one here. You laughed me first time you heard about a pig launcher. Okay, so ours won't look like that. I'm gonna try to get some video of what ours is gonna look like. But as you can see, there's a lot of, look at that. That's a lot of solid stuff it's pushing out of there. He's giving it a rap every once in a while, it looks like, with a hammer. You should see the pig come out. There it is. Let's go back a bit. Nope. So there it is. It's just a big cylinder. Forms a good seal around it so it can get pushed by the pressure. And you saw once it came out, it was much better flow. But look at all that stuff. That is a lot of debris getting pushed out of that pipe. So yeah, I refer to it as pipe pigging. And they do it in like pipelines, all that kind of stuff. Lots of it in the oil industry. Everyone has their own type of system. So there is the pig launcher. The system consists of a pig launcher and a catcher. And I believe we'll have that on ours. We'll have a contained system where it'll catch the pig at the other end. So because they don't want the water, the dirty water, leaching into the ground, so they'll catch it. Okay, so let's see what happens here. The block jack holds the pig in the launching station, it says. The pig is that purple thing there, that blue thing. Pigging from the pig launcher. Here we go. Yeah, close the valve. And you should be able to just open up the bottom one and the pressure and force that thing in there. Yeah, actuator moves and there you go. Thrusting gas or liquid, yeah. There it goes. Pushes that pig through there. That should take anything that's stuck to the sides of the pipe. Should spit it out. Return pigging. I haven't heard of return pigging. Okay, it pushes it back to the launching station. Air injection. They should make these for human arteries. Yeah, I mean, that would help get rid of all the cholesterol, wouldn't it? There we go. That is pretty much what pigging is. Like I say, I'll try to get some better pictures when we do it. It's probably going to happen on Friday. Not the stream, just my pictures I'm going to take some video. All right, yeah, there we go. So that's where we're at now. That is why it was an unexpected shutdown, which should last until Monday. Because it takes time to purge, and it takes time to put in blinds, because we have to put blinds in, and once we put those in, then we can start taking pieces apart. We need the crane. The crane has to lift pieces down for us, and we can hook up the pigging system, and once that's done, we can get the pigging company to do their thing, clean out all the lines. Once the lines are all clean, we assemble it back together, bring in the crane, lift it all in, connect all the flanges, and once that's done, then we can start, we have to get rid of all the water first, so we have to have a heater there to heat up all the water and try to evaporate it out of the system, because getting water in the system is not good. So we will do that. We'll heat it up with a giant Herman Nelson. We'll put that in there, evaporate the water, and then we'll put it all together. What triggered the shutdown? The guys noticed the temperature was rising, and they couldn't control it. They couldn't control why the temperature was rising in the coil, and they're like, okay, well, we got to shut her down. Can't get too hot, otherwise you'll melt the coil. So they did that on Sunday. I think they did that on Sunday. They did a shutdown. And yeah, that's what triggered it. All right, well, let's have a look here. So I come bearing pictures. I know you guys like it when I bring pictures. I remembered this time. I remembered to copy them to my USB drive too, so that's always a good thing. Let me see. That there. And capture this. There we go. Just some pictures of the catch basins. These guys are going to get cleaned out eventually once we get a price for a vac truck. Clean them up. Hopefully straighten them up a bit. That looks great. Leave it up to you, Godzillionaire. Yeah, some of these are not in good shape. I mean, this one you can sort of see all the gravel that's in there. It's ugh. We really need that cleaned up badly. Drainage is terrible around the facility. Oh, this was some damage I saw. One of the metal pallets or the metal cages that we use to transport things with. It doesn't look bad there, but just you wait. There you go. Like what are they doing? Lifting it up there and just bending it? Not so great. Yes. That was that valve I took apart. I'm still waiting for the parts. They're going to be a couple of months. Because these are the seats. That's one seat, and that's the seat on the other side. And all I did was, this is the front side where the ball sits, and this is the back side. So I need these special kind of seats because the one I was going to use, where is it? Right here, was these ones, and that's not right. So I don't want to use these seats, even though they were in the ball valve repair kit, because they aren't right. They have to look like this. So I'm waiting for those guys to send me. I've ordered these guys, and they have to send them to me so I can reassemble that valve. And there's the valve there. I tried to get a picture of but it's so worn. I think it says 3-inch 150. Pretty sure. So it's just some elastomer and a metal backing ring. Yeah, well, there's the elastomer here in the metal ring, but then on the back side it looks like Teflon on the back side here. And that's strange too, but these are what I need. There's special ones. And I'm not going to throw the wrong ones in because it's a matter of life and death. It has to be like for like. You can't just swap things out and hope it works. So I wasn't about to do that, even though they were the right size. Yeah, there they are again. We had a little trouble with our fire hydrant. Apparently it's leaking. So we'll have to call in the fire hydrant repair people. We'll have to shut the water down, take it apart, and I know what it is. Down inside there's a rubber gasket that's probably rolled over, because last year I called somebody in to come and stop it from leaking. He did, but he didn't even. I asked him for a list of repair parts that I could buy, and he never heard from him ever again. I don't get some of these contractors. You know, you ask for something, I'm going to pay you, and they just like, oh, and then they ignore you. So. Here you go. Does it bother me that you could fix that problem, but you have to call the specialist because it's fire suppression? Yeah, if I had the parts, I could probably do it. But yeah, if anything that deals with fire suppression, I'm going to leave to the experts. It's just better that they come and do it. They're the ones that are qualified. This thing. So you always have to keep your eye on contractors when they come to your site, because they do some dumb stuff, and it doesn't occur to them that it's dumb. So this yellow box here contains an SCBA for emergencies. What are you supposed to do with stuff that's for emergencies? You're supposed to keep it clear. Keep it clear so it can be gotten to easily. But these guys decided it was it was a good idea to put their ladders against it and just rest them there against the SCBA containment. Whereas if they moved over about 3 feet and lean their ladders against this wall here, that would have been fine. No, we don't have painted lines yet. I guess that's what it's going to come to, Godzillionaire. Good idea, though. I didn't even think about that. But I mean, these guys putting this against here, it's just dumb. Like, what are you thinking? Think it's a good idea to, put this against the emergency? It just got me. I'm like, you know what? I gotta submit this to the safety officer. I didn't leave them. I grabbed them both and moved them off of this thing. So it's good now. But it's just, like, give your head a shake. Think when you're at work. Think about stuff. Consider what you're doing. Oh, I'm leaning my ladders against this thing. Is that a good idea? No, it's not. Title the picture Dumb and Dumber and send to the safety. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber. Harry and Lloyd. It's just that blows me away that there's room over here. Lots of room. This thing is closed off now. Oops. No. Yeah. Then here's me taking some measurements because I have to get a spare, a couple of spares, oil filters. But I hate it when they don't come with any kind of name or number on them. There's no name. There's no number. This is Siemens or Dresser-Rand. Siemens bought Dresser-Rand, but Siemens is a garbage company. They don't do anything well at all. They are terrible. Don't buy anything from Siemens. Their customer service is garbage, and they don't do anything well. They will dodge you and avoid you as much as they can. Your best bet is don't even get involved with them. So tomorrow, when I have a chance, I have to twist this thing and see if there's anything on the backside. I don't think there is, but I have to check it and then see what I can do to get a spare. A German company being evil? You don't say. Yeah. No, it can't be. Evil? Ah, come on. They are fine. They are doing the job you hired them to do. Yeah, we provide you with all the information for a price. Yeah, it just bothers me though. It's just, I'm like, hey, what is this? And they give me a part number for it, and it's the Siemens part number. And it's like, oh, how can I cross-reference that with anything? Being German, the filter probably has some proprietary left-hand metric screw thread to attach it. I wouldn't doubt if it was metric. This thing was built in India. So it might be metric after all. That's why I'm very hesitant to just buy any old filter and try it. It'd be a waste of my time and money. So I've got to do something to figure it out. And I'm going to get a filter company to come in and see if we can't match one up. Because yeah, it's this thing is just angry about this because there's absolutely zero help from the guys that we bought this from. And I'm like, I just want to buy a filter off you guys. And they're like, yeah, it's just a 15 micron. And it's like, good. Let me buy one from you. But it's like, they're just ignoring me. Just the frustration. You just want to just choke somebody. It's getting angry. Anyway, that is that. Oh. Yep, that's that for the little rant today. That's where you buy 2 spares from Siemens, install one, send the old one, and 1 new one to a filter distributor and get a generic. You got her, man. That's what I wanted to do. I'm like, hey, Siemens, I want to buy one of these off of you guys. And it's like, they're not even letting me talk to the parts guy. I can't even get a hold of him. Because that's what I want to do. I wanted to buy one and then call up a filter distributor and be like, hey, I need one of these. Or I need like 6 of these. And then they can get me them. And I'll be like, ha, there we go. Don't even have to buy yours anymore, Siemens. Yeah, just, I will figure it out though. And I will come back with better, like good news when I do get it figured out. And I've got the new one on there. Hopefully I'll even do some video of me putting it on. Should be fun. But yes, that is what happened today. Or yesterday, I should say. Yesterday with the plant shutdown. So that's what I'm doing right now. We're in shutdown mode. My streams on the weekend are up in the air now. I don't know if I'll stream on Saturday and Sunday like I usually do. Perhaps what I'll do is just release just a video on both days and take it from there. I don't like to miss out on having a video on Saturday and Sunday. So, as you know, the old algorithm, you're always, trying to beat me down, not let me get any traction anywhere. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough for me right now. Appreciate you guys coming out today. I'm just going to wrap her up here. Let's post a video as a sacrifice to the algorithm. Yeah. Hey, B17, how you doing? You missed the stream. What's going on? Hey, whoa. Well, a little bit of shutdown going on. Having to do an emergency shutdown of the plant. And then we talked about how tradesmen had high satisfaction in their chosen careers. And also about pigging, what needs to be done. Because that's why we had to shut down the plant, was because of pipes getting plugged. So we're going to have to do some pigging, which involves pushing either a foam or a metal or plastic pig through the piping to clean it all out, make it so it has good flow. And then just at the back end here, I was just talking about dealing with Siemens and how they're a terrible company to deal with. Because all I wanted was an oil filter, and I can't get one. So, yeah. But I'd like to thank everybody that came out today. People like David Glenn. He had to leave right away, though, because he was modding a channel. And DJ Ronnie G. Always good to see you, DJ. Everyone's favorite kaiju, Godzillionaire. And you too, B17. That's how a band concert of yours got canceled. The toilet exploded. Oh, what a mess everywhere. Terrible. Terrible. You guys do me a favor, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Spread the word. Tell everybody about good old Pop. There's other good channels out there too. People I watch and enjoy, like Pacific 4 and 4 and Blaine's Escape Corner. There's Ronan66 and DJ Ronnie G. There's Brandon the Anime Guy. Corporeal Lifeform, Angry Canadian, Whoopa Troopa, and Punkwaddle. And actually, when I left to start my stream here, I was watching Angry Canadian and Whoopa Troopa play some Mario Baseball against each other. So that was exciting. They even had color commentary and play-by-play from Pacific 4 and 4 and Cash Money. That was great. It was a fun time. So yeah, as I said before, Saturday and Sunday streams are up in the air. I'm not sure if they'll be there, but I'll have to do something. So watch for videos or streams on Saturday and Sunday if they happen at all. And then next Tuesday, everything should be back to normal. The plant should be up and running. We should be all good. So it should be Trades Talk Tuesday as per usual. But yes, and for those of you that don't know, Saturday gaming stream is Dragon Quest IV. Dragon Quest IV is a fun game for the Nintendo DS. I've been playing it and enjoying it. What a good game. And, June. June is a new theme for anime talk, or for a Sunday anime chat. The theme for June is... we've got educational anime videos. So I hope you'll join me when I get a chance, and we'll both learn something from some educational anime videos. I hope to see you all there. Is June's theme unexpected interruptions? Unexpected shutdowns in June. I don't know, there's no unexpected interruption anime, so we'll just have to stick with educational anime films. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I know I do. It's nice when you have a medium such as anime that can actually help you learn things as well. So it's the best of both worlds. You're learning something and you're enjoying it. But yes, as for me, I hope to see you guys on the weekend. If not, next week then. Hope you had fun. I know I did. Until I see you guys again, I've been Pop, and I am signing off.